Good evening. Welcome at the Evening Review. Thank you for tuning in. Let's have a look at the headlines for today.
I, Frankie, pledge to build a band of brothers.
I, Michael, I pledge to define myself by my character.
I, Gesser, pledge to use my strength for good.
My name is Ethan and I pledge to nurture my fields.
I am Aubrey and I pledge to make the world a better place.
My name is Salatiel Shinedima, the Executive Director of Women's Action for Development, and I pledge to mentor the next generation.
Good afternoon. My name is Jemima Because we have in studio this morning and this evening. Sorry, let's probeer van orde.
Action.
Welcome back. We have in studio this evening the Mayor of Rehoboth, Rudy van Wyk. He'll be talking to us about the new plans of the new council. Thank you for joining us, Rudy.
Thank you very much, Jemima.
Mr. van Wyk, when you campaigned during the campaign time, you promised that in the first 6 months, you will make sure that the council undertake a forensic audit. Has the ball been set rolling in this regard?
When you get into office, you have to follow the law. Currently, the law says that we are in recess. So when we are in recess, that means only till after the first day in January, we can have council meetings. So this means that only take a resolution in our council meeting to say that get the forensics in place. But nevertheless, it's a very good time for me to get some details on these items that we want to do on forensics on. So definitely, I'm always busy and I'm very busy. Unfortunately, I'm not 100% activist anymore. So I'm much more like a politician now, so I have to be careful what I'm saying, but you can be sure we need to clean the house.
Speaking about cleaning the house, during your campaign period, you spoke a lot about uplifting Rehoboth to its former glory. Can you please share with us some of the plans that you are working on to realize these plans?
First of all, the Rio Spa is very close to our hearts. I think our most important assets in Rehoboth. So yes, we are already finding out exactly where it is in currently to transfer it back to the town council. What I've seen is there is actually two, title deeds, one council and one for the government. And there is promises that it will come back to the town council. yes, it's very careful what we say and how we will do things, but we will get it. That's one thing for sure. We will get the Rio Spa up and running. Then there's a lot of projects that is idle to get those projects up and running. And then the most important thing is our infrastructures. A lot of the community are reaching out to start helping. So what we are now doing is just getting those projects lined up, and also investors that wants to come on board, seeing that Rehoboth have a new face that wants to invest. So that is coming up. The solar project, that is the most important, I think very important for us to have a solar plant in Rehoboth to bring down the electrical bill. The electrical bill itself, how to get that one down, it's something else, but there is plans in place. So come January, we will have presentations from all the different entities that will help save us the electrical bill. The same with I think the NEM water account is another item in how to get affordable water. That is part of the promises that we made to get affordable electricity, and then the housing. So we have already, as in our association, we had a housing committee, how the town council can do it. So we are now trying to form with everybody so that we can be on the same page, how to get everybody on board and make sure that we have this housing plan. The bottom line is, after 5 years, we want to see all the shacks eradicated and have small dwellings. There is enough plans in place. Additionally, what is in place is there's equity firms and a lot of people that want to come on board. So to talk about your plans openly for now, I think it's very dangerous, not only for the institution, but also for the plans itself. So it's like I'm saying, it's very difficult to talk openly about it.
Now, Mr. van Wyk, until recently, just before your election to the office, the Rehoboth Town Council really tried to get 15 million from the Chinese mine operating on its grounds. Can you share with us what is the status of this matter?
The CEO did attend a meeting, I think last week. There is some agreements that was taken. It haven't reached my office yet as to exactly what is the agreements or what do they settle for. But there is at least there is some negotiations happening now to settle that one. So I will be really lying to you if I say, and I'll tell you I know the details of what they agreed upon, because one of the biggest frustrations that we have, seeing with the previous council and the political parties that was in charge here, did not want to hand over and did not hand over anything to us. So what we are now doing is we are really we hack everything together now, rake everything together and see what we can find, getting the old minutes. So it's really like doing our own investigations here just to get information of what is happening. So there is the most frustrating part. The lucky thing of everything is, since we were activists, we already got a lot of the data, information and minutes. So now we are really working through all these minutes just to make sure, even if they don't want to do the handover, we will still be on the ball. So there is actually a good thing, not to hear from somebody, but to actually see what is in the minutes and also make your own conclusions as to really what happened in this council. But I can promise you, it's very worrisome. It's very, very worrisome what I'm seeing, and a lot of the information is not there. So, but we need to. From my side, I'm trying to bring the council up to speed as fast as possible. So I'm doing most of the investigations here just to make sure how we understand what is happening and what did happen here, and really, because there's a lot of commitments, and you inherited all of these commitments. Same like the Chinese mine, water meters, commitments that was taken, property that was now given to people, people that was chucked off land, people that get notices. You inherited all these problems, and you're really trying to find why they did it, and really also to satisfy the council, and not the council, but the community. That means 24 hours running around with every single matter that comes to you.
Now, recently you had a meeting or an outreach with the mayor of Windhoek, His Worship Job Amupanda. Can you share with us some of these undertakings that you two discussed?
Yeah, it was basically RITMA, which is now the Rehoboth Independent Town Management Association, and the affirmative repositioning AR coming together. So we basically spent some time in Kuriangava, at the back there, at the far end, just discussing the conditions of people and how they are still living. But nevertheless, we realized that the twinning agreement between Rehoboth and Windhoek is existing. So Windhoek gave a lot of resources, equipment and stuff like putting up the Christmas lights, the high up. They have equipment, so and they also have the skills and the resources, the human capital that we can from time to time use to bring Rehoboth onto the same speed that is Windhoek is. And the other part of the discussion was to say, from an activist point of view, what we did as RITMA and AR is that the Chinese is currently conquered the construction industry. And since Rehoboth have always been the hub for all the skills of the artisans, your carpenters, your tilers, your builders, we really want to make use and ensure that the Rehoboth builder and the Rehoboth carpenter, all these artisans, are employed again. So from that point of view, we will be activists again, just to make sure that we at least make sure that local companies get these tenders and they use local people to finish their projects. So currently, since the construction industry is down, I think from the engineers downwards, right up to the tiler and the handymans, is without work. So what we see in Rehoboth is really people starving, literally starving, because there's no income even to buy a piece of food, because the construction industry is dead. So the other part of that solution is to also see that we can have additional training to ensure that we not only rely on the construction industry, but other industries also to join the 21st century. So we really need to see how we can bring other educational institutions to Rehoboth. So that was basically the discussion in short.
Thank you very much for joining us, Your Worship. Have a good day.
Thank you, Jamima. Talk again.
Thank you for tuning in.